Tracy with Bewitched Crafts. Welcome back to the 12 Cards of Christmas. We're starting today with a white daisy card base that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're working with the Serenity papers today. So I'm going to cover this card front with a piece of our Toffee cardstock. Just going to use my Tombow to adhere that, cover the entire card front. I've got a piece of the Serenity. This blue has some really beautiful gold flecks and some white in the pattern. We're going to put that down as well. And I'm going to use the grid lines on my mat to help me line that up. Alright, to decorate the card today, I'm working with the Scalloped Circle Thin Cuts. I'm going to take this die and cut out a piece of our gold glitter paper. So it looks like this. Put that here in the center. In the center of this, I'm going to add our sentiment. So I have pre-cut a piece of white daisy in a circle. It fit right inside there. And I'm going to emboss this using our Flourished Joy stamp and gold embossing powder. First thing I want to do is make sure that I apply my AntiStatic Tool to the cardstock. This will make sure that any stray flecks don't stick to the card and that the embossing powder only sticks to our stamp. I'm going to use our VersaMark and the foam pad that came with the stamp. This is an M size stamp. It's one of our best values at $3.95. I have probably used this particular stamp more in the months of November and probably even the month before than any other stamp in my collection. Okay, I've got a good thick application of VersaMark. And I'm just going to set this down in the center. I'll pull that off. I'll clean that later. You might be able to see the outline there if I get the light just right. I'm going to bring in a coffee filter so that I can catch extra embossing powder and recycle it. I'm just going to cover the stamped image with gold powder. Tap that off. And check around the edges here to make sure I don't have anything stuck on. Yep, the AntiStatic Tool has really done a great job. If you do have a little fleck here and there, you can use a small paintbrush to just brush it away. Alright, I'm going to clear off my workspace so I can bring in my heat tool. I recommend that you let your heat tool heat up a good 10 seconds before you start to use it. I also recommend that you work with a pair of tweezers on a small piece like this so that you do not get near the heat tool. You can get burned. Keep your heat tool in constant motion, apply heat from both the front and the back, and do not put your piece of paper down. You want air to flow through so that the paper doesn't curl. Let's get that started. And I think you can see it's starting to melt. Let's just double check that. Yeah, can you see that in the light? It's totally transformed. It's melted, now it's very shiny. and it's slightly raised. So we've added both texture and shine to our card with this embossing step. Let's bring this back in, grab our trusty Tombow, put this down on the center. Now, very often I like to work with 3D foam tape. So I have the option to kind of lift this up. Or on this type of glitter, I do not recommend using your Tombow. I would rather try liquid glue. So if you don't need the lift, you can do liquid glue as an option. I'm going to use 3D foam tape. I'm just going to tear that off and add a little bit to the back. Peel off the backing. Center that. You can see we got a little bit of lift there. And that is our finished card. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you'll come back tomorrow for the next card in the series, the 12 Cards of Christmas.